Ahead of UFC 319, Jon Jones has shown nothing but appreciation for Khamzat Chimaev, and the feeling is clearly mutual. Recently, footage surfaced of Chimaev training while wearing a Jon Jones t-shirt. This isn't new admiration either. Back in 2022, Chimaev openly called Jones the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. Speaking to the Schmo, Khamzat said, "Jon Jones, nobody is like him. He beats the monsters. I've trained a lot with Alexander Gustafsson, so I know just how good Alex is. For Jon to stop that guy, it's scary. Same with Daniel Cormier, he's got relentless pressure, great wrestling, great boxing, and Jon still found a way to beat him. If Jon stays in the sport, he has to be pound for pound #1. Now, Jon Jones has responded to those words during an interview with Red Corner MMA. He said, "He has no reason to say nice things about me or even be humble, but he chooses to anyway. Heavyweights fear him, and the fact that he shows me that much respect really means a lot. It says a lot about his character and humility to compliment someone in such a big way. I'm genuinely grateful and honored." It's a rare moment of mutual respect between two of the most dangerous men in MMA. Both Jon Jones and Conor McGregor have expressed interest in fighting at the UFC's rumored White House card in 2026 and have reportedly re-entered the USADA testing pool. The announcement was surprising because Jones had recently retired, although many suspected it wasn't final. McGregor has been hinting more about political ambitions than Cage returns. UFC veteran Matt Brown recently weighed in saying, "Jon Jones is far more likely to fight again than McGregor. Jones's retirement was never really retirement. He's a wild card, Conor, unless he's completely unaware of where he's at. I don't see it." Brown pointed out that McGregor's wealth means another fight wouldn't dramatically change his life financially, while for Jones, another payday could be a significant boost despite already being a multimillionaire. The MMA world woke up to a game-changing bombshell today. Dana White has officially confirmed that the UFC is scrapping its long-standing pay-per-view model and replacing it with an unprecedented streaming partnership. The UFC has inked a massive $7.7 billion 7-year deal with Paramount Plus, starting in 2026. Under this new agreement, fans in the United States will be able to watch all UFC events directly through the Paramount Plus platform, without having to pay extra for each numbered card. The deal covers 13 numbered events per year, plus 30 fight night shows, all included in a single subscription. This deal is exclusive to the US for now, but negotiations are still ongoing for the UFC's global rights, and Paramount is reportedly very interested in securing those as well when they become available. Dana White called the deal historic, saying, "For the first time ever, fans in the US can watch every UFC fight without the pay-per-view price tag. It's going to be more affordable, more accessible, and it puts us right alongside the biggest sports in the world. The exposure from Paramount and CBS will be massive for our athletes and our sport." TKO CEO Mark Shapiro explained the reasoning. "The pay-per-view model is outdated. Look around. What's left on pay-per-view these days? Boxing, some old movie releases. It's an antiquated system. Younger fans want everything in one place, one subscription. When they realize they can get all UFC fights, including numbered events, for $12.99 a month, it's an easy choice." The announcement lit up the community instantly. Chris Cyborg voiced caution, pointing out that without the PPV incentive, the UFC might not feel as much pressure to stack cards with big names, comparing it to some of their weaker fight night lineups. Ariel Helwani noted that while fans are celebrating the end of PPV fees, the UFC will now have to figure out how to handle champion contracts that include PPV point bonuses, a major part of fighter earnings in the past. Some fans are already speculating about the first blockbuster event under the new deal. Many believe the UFC could save Ilia Topuria for the inaugural Paramount Plus card in 2026, possibly against Paddy Pimblett, to kick off the partnership with a bang. Luke Thomas reflected on the historic moment, noting that whoever headlines UFC 323 will close out the pay-per-view era entirely. Jake Paul took the opportunity to both criticize and congratulate the UFC. He argued that with guaranteed streaming revenue, fighters now have no excuse not to demand better pay, while also calling out the UFC's track record in building global stars since Conor McGregor. Paul also suggested that this could push the UFC to finally invest in creating the next generation of megastars. Dana White being Dana White, when a fan cheekily commented that they'd still pirate fights, Dana responded with a cat emoji, a callback to his trolling of illegal streamers in the past. He then posted on Instagram writing, "I have a feeling today is going to be a great day. The UFC's leap from pay-per-view to subscription streaming marks the end of a huge chapter in MMA history and the start of a brand new era." After months of uncertainty about when and against who he'd step back into the octagon, Tom Aspinall has finally started his next training camp. If you've followed the Aspinall saga over the past year, and let's be honest, every MMA fan has, you know he hasn't fought since July 2024. For a while, many expected his next bout to be against Jon Jones, but once Jones confirmed he was stepping away from fighting, at least for now, the UFC moved quickly to book Aspinall against Ciryl Gane for October 25th. Now, the wait is over. Aspinall's team recently posted footage showing the heavyweight champion in camp sharpening his weapons for one of the biggest fights of his career. That said, Aspinall hasn't exactly been sitting idle over the past year. Speaking to the media about the Gane matchup, he said, "You can expect a better version of me. I've had a year to train, a year to test my skills, a year to improve, and I'm going to show everyone exactly what that looks like." Alongside the fight preparation, Aspinall also revealed he's working on some fresh ink, a new tattoo on his neck that's still in progress. October 25th is set for a heavyweight clash that could very well end in a finish. The question is, will Aspinall's year of preparation be enough to take out the elusive Ciryl Gane? UFC Upatas over at UFC Vegas 109, Miles John suffered a split decision loss to Gene Matsumoto. As soon as Bruce Buffer read the scorecards, you could see John shaking his head. Minutes later, he took to social media with a fiery post directed at the judges. "I thought we won. The takedown in the third round should have sealed it, but our lives are in the hands of these judges who don't know what they're doing. I've got 4 kids, mouths to feed, and these bad decisions cost us real money, and there's zero accountability." In the UFC Vegas 109 main event, Anthony "Fluffy" Hernandez delivered a statement performance, steamrolling Roman Dolidze to extend his winning streak to 8 straight fights. Post-fight, Hernandez revealed he's been tapped as the official backup for next weekend's Dricus du Plessis fight in Chicago, which means if anyone pulls out last minute, Hernandez will step in. "I don't care who I fight, I just want the title shot. This is about changing my family's life." Hernandez even floated the idea of a BMF-style contender belt as an additional motivator, but made it clear that UFC Gold is the ultimate goal. Brazilian outlet Beg Fight has confirmed that Jacqueline Amorim will meet Mizuki Inoue at UFC 321 on October 25th. Amorim is riding a 4-fight win streak, her most recent victory being a slick submission over Polyana Viana in April. Inoue, who hasn't fought since September 2023, is coming off a unanimous decision win over Hannah Goldie and holds a 3-2 record in her last 5 fights. This matchup could be crucial for both women as they push for a top 15 ranking. Final takeaway, judging controversies remain a hot-button issue. Anthony Hernandez is officially on the cusp of title contention. Women's strawweight has a key fight set for October. Jon Jones may be closer to a comeback than Conor McGregor.